7 questions about mammals answered. Mammals can do amazing things. This list will answer your questions about flying ones, venomous ones, really fast ones, and smelly ones. Earlier versions of these questions and answers first appeared in the 2nd edition of the Handy Answer Book for Kids and Parents by Gina Miziroglu, 2010. What is a mammal? Mammals are a class of animal. They have certain traits that distinguish them from animals in other classes, such as fish, reptiles, and amphibians. All mammals share 2 characteristics. They all feed their young with mammary gland milk, and they all have hair. Almost all of them are warm-blooded, which means they keep the inside of their bodies at a constant temperature. They do this by generating their own heat when they are in a cooler environment and by cooling themselves when they are in a hotter environment. Unlike reptiles, which sit in sunlight to regulate their body temperature, mammals wake up and are ready to go. In general, mammals spend much more time raising and training their young than other animals do. Some examples of mammals include apes, bats, lions, mice, moose, aardvarks, beavers, elephants, gorillas, pandas, hamsters, dogs, cats, horses, whales, and dolphins. Humans, as primates, are mammals too. There are 3 types of mammals: placental mammals, monotremes, and marsupials. Placental mammals are those whose young are born live and at a relatively advanced stage. Before birth, the young are nourished through a placenta, which is a specialized embryonic organ that is attached to the mother's uterus and delivers oxygen and nutrients to growing young. Most mammals are placental mammals, including cats, dogs, horses, and humans. The monotremes are egg-laying mammals. These include the echidnas, spiny anteaters, and the duck-billed platypus. Marsupials give birth to their young in an immature state, and most female marsupials have pouches in which to carry and nurse their young. Some marsupials include the koala, kangaroo, and the numbat. Some mammals, such as cows, horses, and pandas, are plant eaters, herbivores. Others, including tigers, lions, and whales, are meat eaters, carnivores. Other mammals, including bears, eat a combination of plants and meat, omnivores. Which mammals fly? There's only one mammal that flies, the bat. Most bats are nocturnal, which means they sleep during the day and are most active at dawn, dusk, or night. During the day, bats sleep by hanging upside down in groups called roots. Most bats, called microbats, eat flying insects such as moths and flies, but others eat small mammals, including mice. Some insect-eating bats can land on the ground and chase insects that inhabit leaf litter or dirt. One of these bats, the pallid bat, feeds on scorpions and large centipedes. Others eat fish or live on the blood of livestock. The largest bats are megabats, which feed mostly on fruit. Are there any poisonous mammals? First, let's clarify that the word poisonous refers to organisms that release toxins when you eat them, whereas venomous refers to organisms that inject toxins into you when, for example, they bite you. So we're going to assume you're actually asking about venomous mammals. Venomous mammals produce, you guessed it, venom, a toxic chemical in their saliva. They use their venom to kill prey or to defend themselves against predators. They include the male duck-billed platypus, several species of shrews, and the solenodon, a nocturnal, burrowing animal that looks like a large shrew. Venomous mammals are rare. There are many more species of venomous reptiles, such as snakes and amphibians. Which mammal is the fastest? The cheetah can run as fast as 70 miles, 110 kilometers per hour, making it the fastest mammal in the world. Cheetahs accelerate from 0 to 45 miles, 72 kilometers per hour in just 2 seconds, reaching their top speed for up to 300 yards, 274 meters. Its body parts are built for speed. Large nostrils, lungs, liver, heart, and adrenals give the cheetah an ability to respond to its environment and hunt down prey. Its long, slender body is flexible and curls like a whip when it needs to make huge bursts of acceleration, usually to hunt down an antelope or escape the jaws of a pack of hyenas. Special paw pads and non-retractable claws provide traction for sprinting. The cheetah lives in the open savannas of southwestern Asia and Africa, where it has lots of room to run, roam, and hunt its prey. Cheetah mothers spend much time teaching their young how to hunt game. The mothers bring small, live antelopes, such as gazelles or impalas, to the cubs and release them so they can chase and catch them. The cheetah usually hunts during daylight, preferring early morning or early evening, but it is also active on moonlit nights. Cheetahs communicate through purring, hissing, whining, and growling. Which mammal is the slowest? The sloth is the slowest mammal on Earth. It spends most of its time alone hanging from tree branches, where it eats shoots and leaves, sleeps, up to 15 hours per day, mates, and gives birth. The sloth holds onto tree branches with strong, curved claws that are on each of its 4 feet. It is a nocturnal creature that moves about slowly, sometimes foraging for insects. Sloths have a short, flat head, big eyes, a short snout, a short tail, long legs, and tiny ears. They live in Central and South America. Which mammal spends the most time sleeping? The Western European hedgehog spends most of its life asleep. It builds a nest of grass and leaves among tree roots or under a bush, and it spends about 18 hours a day there during summer months. It wakes up at night to eat, sniffing out worms, insects, snails, and snakes for its evening meal. During the winter months, it hibernates. When it sleeps or senses danger, the hedgehog rolls into a tight, spiny ball for protection. Related creatures, including sloths, armadillos, and possums, sleep almost as long as the hedgehog, accumulating up to 17 hours each day. Other animals that sleep a lot are the dormouse, about 17 hours, koalas, about 15 hours, and all kinds of felines, including pet cats. Which mammal is the smelliest? If you have ever been to a zoo, you might think that some of the large animals, such as elephants and bears, are the smelliest. But title of smelliest mammal goes to one of the smaller mammals, the striped skunk. This black and white creature sprays a foul-smelling, musky fluid as a defense against predators. Most wild skunks spray only when injured or attacked, as a defense mechanism. Their scent is composed of a chemical composition that can be released from one or both of their anal glands. They can aim their glands at a target up to 15 feet, 4.5 meters away with great accuracy. But fortunately for us humans, they tend to give a little bit of advance warning. To signal being angry or scared, they often stamp their front feet, knee the ground like a cat, and hold their tail erect. Flying lemur, family Cynocephalidae. Either of the 2 species of primitive gliding mammals classified in the family Cynocephalidae and found only in Southeast Asia and on some of the Philippine Islands. Flying lemurs resemble large flying squirrels, as they are arboreal climbers and gliders that have webbed feet with claws. However, the form of the head and the animal's nocturnal habit recall those of the lemurs, hence their name. The long limbs and the tail are connected by broad folds of skin, as in bats. When a flying lemur leaps from high in the trees, the limbs are outstretched, and the animal's controlled glide can cover 70 meters, 230 feet, while losing little altitude. The Philippine flying lemur, Cynocephaly volans, inhabits several of the southerly islands in the Philippines, including Bohol, Samar, and Mindanao. The Malayan, or Sunda, Kalugo, also called Malayan, or Sunda, flying lemur, Galeopterus variegatus, ranges from Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia and southward along the Malay Peninsula to the islands of Sumatra, Borneo, and Java. Adults of both species can grow as large as 42 centimeters, 16.5 inches, in body length, with a tail that extends an additional 1/2 to 2/3 of the body length, and they can weigh as much as 2 kilograms, 4.4 pounds. Flying lemurs were formerly classified as insectivores, but they differ from those and other mammals in several basic anatomical features, especially in the form of the brain and in the dentition. The teeth, 34, are peculiar in that the lower incisors stick out in a comb-like structure formed of enamel folds. The second upper incisors are similar to canine teeth and are double-rooted. Canines are absent in the upper jaw. Cheek teeth, premolars and molars, bear sharp cusps. The digestive tract exhibits specializations to a strict vegetarian diet. Although flying lemurs share some characteristics with certain bats, flying foxes of suborder Ymptocoroptera, They are most closely related to the primates. Also called the Philippine flying lemur and the Malayan colugo are listed as species of least concern by the International Union for Conservation of Nature and Natural Resources. Although both species have relatively healthy populations, ecologists have noted that habitat loss resulting from ongoing deforestation is the primary threat to each of these species, with hunting as a secondary concern.